Welcome back to Ahead of the Curve. I'm your host, Dr. Megan Teed, and today we have another Convo with Kerry Green. Welcome back, Kerry.
Hi, Meg. Thanks for having me again for chapter maybe 13.
Oh, are we 13? Why
We've
do
been
I
doing
never
it.
look before we record?
We should look. I actually, I think we've been doing it for a year.
Oh,
Maybe, oh, you know what? Not consistently. I had a memory pop up of our first time doing it. It
aw.
was so cute. And that was like a year ago. But then there was a point when we became more like monthly.
Oh, that's right. I
Yeah.
see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, we were kind of like intermittently doing it initially, and now
Yeah.
it's like consistent, which is good. The last month you were about to like go somewhere or you had people coming to you. How was that?
I I must have gone to New York. That seems about that time. And I think I was telling you I was so scared because it was going to be like 20 degrees.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was fine. It was great. I just hung out with all my girlfriends and it was a
Mhm.
super quick trip. And I had bought in like a new Zara puffy coat so I wasn't cold.
That is a must
So
have.
that was really fun. Yeah. I was like, I
Yeah.
want it to be cold now. I want to wear this.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You were prepared, so you were, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like every time I go to New York, I'm always freezing because I try to be cool. And I'm like, I don't want to have my puffy coat. Like if we go dancing or something, then
Mm.
you're just
Coat,
freezing your butt off.
coat check.
Yeah, I just
You want it with you?
don't trust people.
I know. I have a hard time with that. Well, guess what this one had?
I do they have an
Strap.
air tag?
No, straps. Like your puffy coat can turn into a backpack. It's the dorkiest thing ever. I don't know when I would ever use this. Who's using it? I have no idea. But it's like almost suspenders, but like a backpack, you know? So
Uh-huh.
the arms are just like dangling like to the side because it's so big.
Oh my
I
gosh.
guess it's if you don't want to, it makes sense. You don't want to lug it around. The thing is heavy.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
So you then wear it as a backpack
if you want,
with
certainly
arms.
can. Yeah,
I can like kind of picture it, but not really.
it was a surprise. I opened the inside and I was like, oh my gosh, there are straps.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, amazing.
So, last episode that we recorded, I my mic cut out at the end, so I want to make sure that we get it in. Um,
Mm.
so Carrie has been working on this training, and I want you to share about it because people need to know about your stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited. So, since it cut out, I'll let everyone know that you had given me a deadline. You said you should, you were trying to help me. You said you should get it done in 2 weeks. You know, sometimes when you give yourself a deadline, actually, that helped me so much because I'm finally finishing this up, except for like the tech stuff, which is annoying. But I created a 7-day anxiety reset workbook. So people can just kind of like go through, learn a lot about their anxiety, where it comes from, like where it started in their life, and go through some tools on how to start rewiring that. But then I'm also putting out a master class on nervous system regulation. So learning how to map your states, regulate in the different states. And then the best part that everyone's going to love and needs is another master class on how to like rewire your anxious thoughts, how
Mm,
to start like challenging your overthinking and your irrational thoughts and all of that.
yeah, I need that.
Do you?
Yeah, I definitely like especially in the middle of the night, I'll wake up and I just think about the most ridiculous things. And I'm like, I wake up in the morning and then I remember that what I was thinking, and I'm like, that's so ridiculous. Why was I like anxious and worried about that? And in the morning, it just feels like nothing.
Do you have an example?
Yes, but I don't know if I want to share. I'm trying to think
Oh,
of what
okay.
I want to share. I can't think of one that I want to share, but it's like fears that I have of like maybe things that like I think people think of me or um yeah,
That makes sense.
kind of like that sort of scenario. And then
Yeah.
I wake up in the morning, I'm like, yeah, I don't know why I'm worried about that.
Interesting. It's like you're
Yeah.
going into fight or flight in your sleep sometimes.
Hmm.
Yeah. I think about what I need to do,
That
like
does happen.
my to-do list.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, not now. Like what what are we doing? Why are we doing this at 3 a.m.? What is
Yeah.
happening?
I try when that happens to write it down. Like it
Smart.
just helps me to have like something by my bed. And if I wake up and I'm like, oh, I have all these things I need to do tomorrow, I'll just like write it all down and it does help.
Yeah, that's amazing. I do that sometimes if I think of like new ideas and brain dump them like into my notes app. I can't tell you how long my notes app is. Do you do that? Do you just like think of new things all the time?
I do, but that I have like a ton of no like separate notes. I don't just have like one. It's not
So funny.
organized, let me tell
Yeah.
you that.
I mean, same, same. It goes back to like years and like these
Yeah.
ideas are long gone. They're
Mhm.
lost. They're never gonna get done.
Yeah. I mean, thank goodness they have a search feature on that because I would never find them again. I'd be like,
So,
that was a good thought. I'm glad I exerted any energy to write it down because now just in the great abyss of my phone.
oh my gosh, so funny. I used to, when I was younger, write down like things I wanted to say to people,
Oh,
like boyfriends or something.
yeah, yeah. But I feel like I didn't have a notes app at that time. I like literally had to write it down on a piece of paper if that happened to me.
We didn't have any bad breakups like when the Notes app was out.
No.
Unfortunately, I did. Well, not anymore now, but yeah.
Beyond that.
Yes, I'm beyond that. Well, yeah, so that's almost done, and I'm excited to announce it to you all officially soon.
So when
When see, you're trying to give me a date again. Okay, so I have to do the tech and then the annoying. Okay, fine. Another 2 weeks.
another 2 weeks. Okay. So like St. Patty's Day.
Yes, definitely by then. I have a tech woman. She helps me with like back end stuff. So I'm a
Uh,
little bit on like that, her timeline.
okay, I see.
Otherwise, it could be like tomorrow.
I understand that
Yeah.
aspect.
Yeah.
And do you know the pricing of that yet?
Not yet. It's kind of going to be like buy what you would like. If you want all of that, you can like add it, like bundle it.
Mhm.
Or you can also just maybe, I'm not 100% sure, but maybe buy the workbook for like $37. And then if you want it all,
It's
I
a
don't,
different.
yeah.
Got it. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. So,
Uh,
well, you're working on a lot of stuff. So tell us about it.
yeah, so first super exciting thing is I am opening a brick and mortar clinic with another two women here locally. One of them is a PT who has her own business, and the other one is a Pilates instructor, wellness coordinator here locally. And we have the space. They're demoing it right now. Um, so this is a space where initially it will be physical therapy and clinical Pilates. So it'll be like only PTs teaching Pilates. And we'll have some wellness classes, like therapeutic classes, release work type of stuff. And then eventually we'll have a bigger space available to us, and that will be all Pilates and small group training. So that is called the Wellness Company, and we're going to go by the Well Co. So if you're on my email list or you follow me on Instagram, I'll be updating about that as things happen. But it's been really exciting, a lot of fun, and I hope to host some scoliosis retreats there. So
Oh, yes, that would be amazing.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
so excited about this.
Hmm.
There's just not enough places for Scullies to go, like
Yeah.
in person. It's really hard to find.
Hmm.
Everything is so spread out. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Have you wanted to do that for a long time or?
Like kind of, I, I have been working out of the front of my house. Like I have a little studio space here where people will come and work with me, but it's been a vision of mine to do the retreats for scoliosis, and I just haven't really had the space for that. And to have my first one just be, somewhere exotic like I don't know, Bali. I think that was one of the places I was looking at because it's pretty reasonable to actually host retreats there. To have that one be the first one is very intimidating because I don't know how it's going to go, how much interest there will be, and what all I will want to include. So I'd love to do something that is kind of lower risk
Right.
and get feedback from the people that come and participate in it. So,
Amazing. Yeah, because I do see those, and I'm even someone who is so scared not to go to Bali, but just like I'm shy a little bit. And okay,
yeah.
well, I'm gonna go by myself, and I
Mhm.
probably wouldn't do it, but this I would 100% sign me up.
Yay, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So we're hoping to have a sauna and cold plunge there. So it's just all around holistic type of space so that you can get everything all under one roof.
You'll probably have like near infrared light rooms.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
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 Yep, that'll be there too. So a nice recovery space for people. And I can't wait for you guys to see the branding of it because it's just a lot of fun. And I never would have picked it out myself or like even thought of it myself. But the woman who's helping us with it, Jody Toes, hope I'm saying it right.
Toes. I love that name.
Tows. It's TOEWS.
But
So she's been amazing helping us kind
don't
of.
you love that when you find someone good for branding? You're like, I don't know what I didn't know what to expect, but
Yeah.
so exciting when you see
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Oh,
cool. We actually picked it out on Tuesday. She gave us two options, and the first option, I liked it, but it was really safe and pretty similar to what I have going on right now here. Um, so obviously I like it, but the second one, I was just like, because it's so fun and there's so
yes.
much we can do with it that makes us stand out in the area. Like everything is like palmetto trees and ocean stuff. And yes, we live at the beach, but
Mhm.
it's nothing like that unusual. This is going to be fun. So
Oh, that's so exciting. Yes. So when are you thinking, or well, obviously, when are you opening?
the hope was April. I think it's probably going to be later than that.
Mm,
So maybe more like May, but just around the corner. Not too far off.
I mean, time is going faster and faster every day, so
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is crazy and weird, but yeah, yeah.
And then the other thing I have going on is I'm doing a free masterclass, free two-part training on elongation and how to lengthen your curve. So that just means, you know, elongation means lengthen. So I'll be teaching some safe ways to do that. And then I'm opening my doors to my small group coaching. I have 16 spots left. I opened the doors to early birds, so they snagged some spots, but I'll be opening the doors to the people that attend that training, and then the public will have the option to join um, in March. So That is
Same
exciting.
as the group coaching you were doing before? Is it the same? You're just was it
It,
like evergreen before? Is that the right word? Yeah.
yeah, so it was evergreen before. Now everybody's starting together and finishing together. And also, I've made some tweaks and adjustments to the program people go through. So there's a lot of focus on myofascial release and learning the different fascial trains that you have in your body. Um, I've just really experienced a lot of relief doing that myself. Spending time and attention rehydrating my fascia and noticing, the areas that are collapsed with my curve, those tend to be the areas that have more trigger points and pain. So working on those areas, they become much less tender over time and less collapsed over
That's
time.
so interesting. I do have trigger points in my collapsed areas, but sometimes it's the
Prominent.
thank you. That's really, really, really tight. Like there's almost like sometimes it feels nothing I can do to get,
Ah,
yeah,
so it could be interesting for you. Like the reason why I have people do both sides.
yeah.
So I don't have them only focus on the collapsed areas for that very reason. But something that does tend to happen is as you're working the opposite side, the side that is clinging on and seems so tight actually ends up releasing because somewhere
Mm,
else along the line, whether that's on that same side track or the opposite side, it helps that area to actually release.
no, that makes so much sense because let's say I put the myofascial ball behind my left shoulder, which is where I'm collapsed. I can sometimes feel on the right side just like a very faint, like a pulling.
Mhm.
As I'm doing it, it's like pulling. Would that make sense that it's hard? Could it be horizontally? I guess
Yeah.
yes, it can go any direction, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So that could be part of your superficial backline that kind of crosses over and it runs on either side of your spine, like your erector spinae, and they kind of like branch out a bit to the side. So if you're pressing on one side, it's going to have an effect
Yeah.
on the other side.
So I want to hear about the elongations because and the dead hang because I actually am someone who used to dead hang and did get a lot of that like rebound effect, like lots and lots of pain after. Even if I do where I wrap like the like a strap around my waist and my hips and I'm doing like a downward dog and it's like attached to a door, even
Yeah.
if I overdo it on that, I also get a little bit of a rebound effect. So I'm super interested to hear about like why that even happens.
Yeah. Um, so dead hang means literally what it sounds like. You aren't using any muscle engagement around your shoulders or your back to kind of pull yourself up. You are letting your dead weight hang on your hands and on your arms. And that provides like a really big traction effect on your spine. And that can be great for people who have symmetrical spines. Some people with scoliosis can even tolerate that. Like, even if you have a smaller curve or, you've been doing it for years, it works for you, that's great. But what I found with people who have like medium to more severe curves, or if you have a spinal fusion, it doesn't go very well because you're getting uneven tugging on your tissues when you're in that traction position. And then it's such a big stretch and a big difference from your baseline that when you do go back and you get out of that position back to gravity, your brain's like, oh no, like they see that as a threat because it's a big instability that's created in the body. So that's why rebound effect happens where things tighten up and guard and brace because they're trying to protect you and restabilize really quickly and aggressively, kind of in comparison to how much you were letting yourself dead hang.
Great. So your nervous system does not like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense. So then in terms, oh, question. If you're, is there any hang that's okay? Like, could you, what if I was hanging, not dead hang, but I was hanging and braced? Is
Mhm.
that okay, or is that still not good?
Yeah, so that is fine. I do recommend when people are just starting with any hanging or elongations to start slow and then gradually build up. So if you're just starting elongations, just using the wall is a good starting point. Then working up to hanging from the pull-up bar, but with your feet on the ground so
Mhm.
that you can still get some of that length happening, but you are in control and you can use your legs to help support yourself and support your spine. And
Mm.
the more advanced from that, that would be letting your feet dangle, but not completely letting all of your weight drop into your arms. And that's what I do on a regular basis. I do pull-up bar elongations that way. I have my clients do it as well. And that's something that they are like the most consistent with because they feel the benefits of it so quickly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I tell you why I'm asking?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Sorry. Can you?
Oh no, no, it's
No,
okay.
I want
Just
you to tell. Yeah, I want to hear your story.
so I one of the things I do for play, that's like one of the things you need for your nervous system is I when I'm going on my runs or whatever, a walk and I see a park, I go on the monkey bars. I love it. It's so fun. I feel like a little kid.
That
But
is so
I kind of
fun.
stopped because I got scared. Not from this, but just like I noticed if I wasn't bracing enough, like I would that would happen. But I wonder if I could challenge myself to just like brace more and then have it be okay. They're really high, so there's no way
Uh,
that you can like touch the ground.
mhm.
Yes. Uh,
Yeah. So you were finding, tell me about what you felt afterwards when.
I mean, I guess it almost seems like I guess it depends on the day. And looking back, it's hard to remember, but maybe depending on like how much I was letting myself dangle. Like
Mhm.
if my core was super engaged, that was fine.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
Yeah. But like afterwards you were just feeling kind of what I was describing is.
Yeah, like even sometimes get a little pain in the spine.
Mhm.
Not even necessarily like the muscles, but like a little in it. Does that make
Mhm.
sense?
Yeah. Yeah. The other thing that happens is so like if somebody has something called a spondylolisthesis, which is where one of your vertebrae like is significantly slipped past the other, which scoliosis, we have them pretty
Yeah.
much all over the place, but it's just a very slight amount of that happening. If somebody has a significant one though, and then you go and you do a dead hang or even, have do an elongation with your feet off the ground, it can aggravate that spot because it's already kind of unstable. So when you go and you're creating that traction, that pulling effect there, it makes it even more unstable.
That makes sense because I don't know for a fact that I have one, but maybe like under my fusion,
Hmm.
there's like a little instability, so probably that area. Yeah.
Yeah. And I have a spot too, because I played around with I always like to push the limit.
Yes, you do.
Is my body like, I was told that I shouldn't do this, but is my body capable of actually doing this and being fine?
No,
And
but that's why you're so good at what you do because you didn't listen to that.
yeah, that's true. I mean, it does make me different than rule followers.
Yeah. Yes. Actually, that's why we started this whole thing.
I know that is true.
Yeah, that was why
True.
yeah.
Breaking the rules.
Breaking the rules, pushing past fear.
Yeah. Yeah. But I have found that, yeah, that just is, it doesn't work for me.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I'll have to find something else to do for play.
Yeah.
The much.
Now, I love swinging.
Oh, yes. I love
Swinging is
swinging.
so fun. I, when I'm like with my niece and nephews, and they want to go to the park, or even like my friends' kids want to go to the park, I'm always like, let me get on the swing with you. And it's so fun. It's so fun. Even when I'm like almost 40, still love it.
Right? Keeps you young. You really feel like a kid again. I
Mhm.
love bringing my niece to the park and even going up my near my sister's house. There's like an amazing one. It almost looks like American Ninja Warrior kind of.
Oh,
Like
fun.
I
Yeah.
can't believe they built this for kids. It's so cool. But I'm like on it. I love it. There's like
Yeah.
ropes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Why is that so good for people to continue to do?
Because it probably, I guess, from a nervous system perspective, would remind your body of being back at the time when you were actually young. And for a split second, you're time traveling.
Mm,
Body truly believes that you're young again.
that's cool.
It's like the opposite of a trauma trigger.
Oh yeah.
It's the same thing that's happening, but just like in a good way.
It's like a fun trigger.
It's a fun, yes,
We need to find more fun triggers.
yes. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. That's how I feel when I hear a song I like or I'm, dancing. It's a fun trigger for sure.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah. Um, anything else? I feel like that's
Um, well, I basically finished my FP course,
Oh.
the 10-week.
Oh yeah. How'd
Yeah,
it go?
I only have 1 week left, so it was good, but I did want more more of the like explosive
Yeah, it doesn't have
exercises.
any of that.
Okay, so now I'm gonna have to buy, I assume they have different levels.
Yeah, there's one other I think it's another 10-week course, maybe, but it builds upon that initial 10 weeks. So I haven't done that one, but it looks like it has some more of the explosive advanced exercises in it.
Yeah.
Um, I when I went through that course initially, I was just like, this is so lame, and I did skip through a lot of it. But now looking back, I see the benefit of,
Totally. I completely understand now the twisting, like your pelvis in one direction and the
yeah,
other. Like none of that made sense. Now it makes sense. So it seems really important, but I'm very impatient as I'm watching it. I'm watching it on like times two and
yeah,
all right. Yeah.
skipping ahead. Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so before we hop off, what are you currently doing to stay ahead of the curve?
Ooh, what am I doing? I am using, and we can probably talk about this in an episode, a whole episode, but do you see me post that red light on Instagram? Okay, so this is really this cool panel that I heard of through actually Leah, the lymph love.
Yeah.
Yeah, she posted it. It's Red Juvenator, it's called. And it's red light, near infrared light, and also quantum healing, which is basically like based on Chinese medicine, like
Mhm.
Eastern medicine. So they have like a whole different belief. They believe that illness and anything going wrong in the body is happening because there's some like energy block.
Hmm.
Energy is not getting to different like organs, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so this red light actually has this quantum healing power. It sounds ridiculous when I describe it, but It seriously works and it goes into your body and clears the blockages. And
Okay.
I
How does it do that?
well, I could never explain that, but it's something to do with the way that she's like placed the lights. It's like
Huh.
there's like a code in it, right? So
Mhm.
when I first started using it, and it's so powerful that it even will like detox your body, and I had like such strong detox symptoms for weeks. And I'm telling you this because I had a conversation with her, the woman that makes them, Leanne. And because I said, I really like, what can I want to do like a deeper healing for my scoliosis and like get to the root cause. And we went over like my whole history. And she said that she thinks my original block was my lungs, which I was like, well, that makes sense because the most powerful thing that helps with healing scoliosis is your breath.
Mhm.
So I've seen a lot of changes. It's definitely helping, like my muscles on the lower right. What is that? I'm having a brain
Your
fart.
concavity,
Yes, but
your lumbar.
what's the muscle?
Oh, your QL.
Yeah, like that's like firing up, and it used to be like thin, like this,
Yeah, dead.
paper thin, and
And
now it's almost even. Like it's almost even to the left side. My wing, like so, I put it on my right wing, and the fascia in there, like you can almost feel it like releasing. It's so cool. Definitely works. So I'm staying ahead of the curve with. I just dropped this bomb on you.
okay, why didn't you mention this sooner?
I've just been like kind of doing it slowly over time, and I didn't want to like tell everyone until I knew
Oh
for a
yeah. No,
fact
no,
that it
no. I mean,
works.
like sooner in this particular episode.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't think of it until you said, "What are you doing?" And
Yeah. So this is really interesting. I'm going to go down a rabbit hole after we get off of this, but so it has all the things that are in the red light that I use and recommend, but it has this extra quantum healing thing. Huh. Yeah, I need to wrap my head around that because I'm like, how do you like unblock stuff with light? And how does it know like how are you do you have to place it in particular ways on your body and like okay.
there's different protocols, and like it's basically placing it directly on the skin over different organs. So there's like an
But wait,
abdomen.
do you have patches?
It's a panel. It's like
Well, yeah, but then do you put patches on your body for it to
no, just right on your skin.
oh my gosh. Okay.
I'll send you her website and you can read the whole thing, and there's like videos and stuff, and it's crazy. It has something to do with the colors as well because she also has a blue juvenator and a green juvenator, and these are a little bit newer, but each color does a different thing, which again, like I can't even, there's no way I could ever explain that. But it has a different healing power based on the color.
I mean, I believe in all this. You don't have to like you don't have to convince me, but I strongly do believe that something with the organs initiates scoliosis.
Mhm.
And that's something that makes a lot of sense to me that there's some sort of like pull or adhesion or block, like you said, that's creating this holding pattern, and then you're developing around that holding pattern, and the scoliosis develops.
For sure. It makes so much sense. Makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now here, look at us. We solved it. We
We
solved
saw-
scoliosis. We solved it. Oh,
The good thing we have scoliosis because people would be pretty pissed listening to us say
oh,
that.
totally. Yes. Yeah.
We
They'd be like,
solved it. Problem
they'd be like,
solved.
you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
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 I wish I have to find like a non-radiation place like imaging center. I want to do like take them imaging now and then maybe in like another couple months, 6 months or something.
Well,
That
you live in Miami, you probably have, I think there is, oh, oh my gosh. Do you know the name of the non-radiation one? The X-ray?
No, I know it exists and I tried to Google it, but I could not find it. I know
It's
it, I know there's something.
okay, hold on. It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, I'm trying. I can't remember. I tell people to go get this if they're like really excited to get an X-ray. But anyway, there is low dose radiation X-ray available near where you live.
Okay, good.
I'm pretty sure.
We'll look it up and we'll put it in the show notes for anyone that needs
Yeah.
it.
That's so
Come on.
right, right here somewhere. Anyway, but yeah, let us know. Keep us updated.
I
You're like a
will.
little science experiment.
Yeah, I am
Um,
a walking science experiment.
so am I.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, I do all these things, try it out on myself first, and um, yeah, send me the link of the piano that you use, and I'm sure everybody that listens to this is gonna be like, "What is this thing?"
Totally.
It's
She's,
true.
they're all gonna be buying rejuvenators.
Yeah. And is there only one size?
Yep, just one size.
Cool. All right. Okay. Well, it was fun having you on again.
Yeah, so much fun as always.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Until next time, stay well and stay ahead of the curve.